What's going on YouTube? It's Tyler from Mission VR, where it's my mission to bring you guys good quality VR content. So with the holidays right around the corner and so many people about to get their hands on an Oculus Quest for the first time, they're going to want to step into VR. And let's face it, most of us have this one thing we all want to do. We want to step in and play a shooter. Well, what are the best shooters available for the Oculus Quest? Obviously, you're not going to be able to drop $700 and get every single game right out of the gate. You're going to want to know which the top ones are. That's what this list is for. We're going to go over the top 5 Oculus Quest shooters that you can get right now when you get your headset. And these are all pretty tried and true games. You've probably heard of a lot of them, and there's definitely going to be some comparisons, and we're going to be talking about each of those games. Guys, I'm closing in on 3,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for liking these videos and subscribing to my channel. I'm having a great time bringing you guys content, and I'm definitely going to continue to do so. So if you have not liked a video, like this video now, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, sub to this video right now. And on top of that, because I'm doing so well and you guys I'm trying to give back to you in the best way I can, I'm doing a giveaway for the Oculus Quest 2 for a copy of Unchained, which is a VR Souls-like experience, and it's definitely pretty awesome. The gameplay loop is really, really amazing, and it's just overall a great game, and plus it's free if you win the giveaway. So in order to enter that, join my Discord server. The link is in the description. Go to the giveaways channel, enter the giveaways channel, hit the little emoji right there, and that'll enter you for a chance to win Unchained, which is still going on for about another 3 days before the winner's announced. So you make sure you hop on that. And without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into this, the top 5 best all-time Oculus Quest shooters that you can get right now. Okay, and with our first game on this list, we have Covert Ops, which is a really unique approach to a stealth-based shooter that, quite frankly, I wasn't sure I was going to enjoy, and then it actually became enjoyable. And it's one of those weird games where you just don't expect it to hit you the way it does. The story is actually pretty solid in this game. And, you know, full disclosure, you were in a kayak the entire game, which is something that I didn't think that was going to be enjoyable. Turned out to actually not hamper the gameplay experience as much as I thought. And overall, the shooter mechanics in this game are just handled excellently. It's a nice stealth shooter, and the story is pretty solid, and it's a good game to dive into if you're bored one night and play through the campaign. It definitely gives you some good Metal Gear Solid vibes, and it's definitely something to, if you're a fan of that series, you might really enjoy this game. Also, the nice thing about this game is that the comfort level is moderate because it's more of a sitting experience because you're in a kayak. You should be able to prevent some motion sickness if you have somebody that gets super motion sick but really wants to try out a really, immersive VR title. This is actually a really good one to start them on because they shouldn't get motion sick on this game just because they're going to be sitting down, and you're going to feel like you're in a vessel of movement rather than walking in some of the other games you play. So it's overall just a really excellent game. It's a lot of fun and definitely one to pick up if you're interested in a single player story based game with shooter mechanics in it. Alright, and so with the next pick on this list, we have a game that is just widely regarded as one of the best VR titles ever, and that is Arizona Sunshine. And before anybody jumps on me in the comment section for not putting Walking Dead Saints and Sinners on this list, the reason for that is because that game is a little bit more survival based compared to this game, which this game has a lot more roots in shooters, and that's what we're focused on today, is shooters. So nobody jump on me for that. There is some shooting in that game, but not like this. This game definitely is more of a shooter zombie experience, and with good reason. This game is awesome. It's a ton of fun. There's a great story. It's a lot of levels. They're going to have some moments where you're going to be grabbing guns all casually, flipping levers like nothing's happening. Next thing you know, a horde of zombies is coming over the hillside. The music changes, and suddenly you find yourself panicking to get your weapons out and get ready to defend yourself against a horde. And the best part about this game is it's co-op. So if you have friends that also got an Oculus Quest, or you have friends that are also into VR, you can play with them, and it's just a lot of fun because who wouldn't want to be in virtual reality fighting off hordes of zombies with their friends? I don't know anybody, and it's just awesome. This game is a really solid game. There's a lot of weapons in it. You can free roam through the environments. The graphics are pretty solid in this game, and I think overall it's just a really enjoyable experience. And if you're looking for a zombie shooter, this is definitely probably the top of the list, especially for the Oculus Quest. right, and with the next pick on this list, we're going to be talking about a game that is being heavily compared right now amongst Oculus Quest users, and we're going to be talking about Onward and the ultimate Onward versus Contractors debate that's going on right now with the Quest community, because both games are now available on the Quest. And we're going to start with Onward here, as I have sunk a lot of time in Onward. It was my first VR shooter. It's one of my favorite VR games of all time, and I just think it's an excellent VR experience, but you have to be the right type of player to enjoy Onward. If you are more of a casual, shooter, but you like the Call of Duty style, you're more of a run and gun, you don't want to play tactically, Onward might not be the best game for you. Onward has a learning curve to it. It's much more simulated than, say Contractors would be. Onward is just a lot more mil sim, and it's an awesome game. There is some absolutely amazing moments, especially in the co-op mode, when you're playing with a team and you're trying to get a mission objective done, and it's hard. You get shot once, you probably die. It's a very realistic approach to shooters, but overall the game is still an excellent game. It's a lot of fun to play, and if you're into that type of a little bit of a slower pace, a little bit more of tactical based gameplay, you're going to really enjoy Onward. Like I said, there's a little bit of a learning curve to the controls and all the stuff, but it's an overall really solid game and just a kind of a different approach of a shooter than Contractors. But I had to rank it 3 on this list because I think Contractors is going to apply to more Oculus Quest users. So that leads us into our next pick here, which is Contractors. And Contractors is another game that I've sunk a lot of hours into, and quite frankly, I really enjoyed Contractors a lot. It gives you more of a Call of Duty feel, and especially whenever you have the ability to play on some modded Call of Duty maps, which I don't think that the Quest at this time has the mods yet, but it's coming for that. But overall, what's there in the base game is really solid, and it just feels like a Call of Duty game. You're going to be pit on a more of a team deathmatch atmosphere, and you're going to be running around the maps. The guns feel really good. The reloading in Contractors is something I always talk about when I talk about Contractors. It's really satisfying for some reason. It just feels really nice. And overall, Contractors is a really great game, and when the mod support is added for the Quest, it's just going to make it even better, because there's mods like Halo mods, World War II weapon mods, and when they add the Call of Duty maps, you could be playing on old Call of Duty World at War maps with the World War II weapons in the game. It's just overall, I think that there's a little bit more to do in this game. It's a little more user-friendly, not as much of a learning curve as Onward, and I think that it's just an awesome VR shooter experience. If you're questioning whether you should buy Contractors or not, you're going to really enjoy this game, especially if you're into more mainstream, shooter types, as this is what that game feels like. Alright guys, and we do have one honorable mention on this list, and the reason why I didn't feel like it was worthy of being in the top 5 was just because these other games are a little bit more realistic shooter-esque experiences, and I feel like once you play them, it's hard to go back to games like this, because this is definitely a little bit more of an arcadey experience, but overall still a solid game. And if you have young children that maybe you want to not expose them to games that feel like they're actually in a war environment, and but they still are able to play a game, Blaston is a really fun, dual friendly experience where the weapons are not realistic, and it's a lot of things, and you're going to be dueling basically 1v1 with people, and there's some play styles and level ups and weapons. It's more of a kid friendly game, and it's a really fun game to play as well in the dual atmosphere. It definitely you could break a sweat playing it a little bit, but it's overall a fun game, and it's hard to put it in a top 5 list whenever the other games are free movement, free reloading, more realistic-esque games. But this is honestly a really great game. It's a lot of fun to play, and it's only $9.99. So definitely one that if you are looking for something a little less realistic, something that maybe you don't have free roam on, you're not going to get motion sick, or something you want to show off to your kids whenever you get an Oculus Quest headset, or maybe you're a parent buying one for your children and you don't want them to have some of these other games, this is a great game for you to check out. Alright guys, and with the number 1 pick on this list, I just had to put Population 1 here. I've been playing Population 1 pretty much non-stop since the game came out a couple months ago, and it's just an absolutely fantastic experience for virtual reality. It's optimized so well. The freedom of movement in this game is next level. The gunplay is actually really solid, and it's not super complicated to get your hands into. You're not going to have a super steep learning curve. It's just an absolutely amazingly fun game that you're going to have a lot of time into if you have, especially if you have friends to play with. If you have friends to play with in this game, you are going to have a blast playing, because to squad up with 2 of your friends and go into a battle royale environment and come out victorious in virtual reality feels really good. The graphics are solid in this game. Like I said, the movement is just awesome. It's overall just an amazing VR title, and if there's one game I can recommend picking up this holiday season for the Oculus Quest 2, especially if you have friends, if you like shooters, if you're into battle royales, any of those, if you check any of those boxes, Population 1 is such a solid game. And with the ongoing events that they have going on, it keeps the game fresh. There's always something to work towards. You know, you're getting skins, you're getting, you know, skins for guns, characters. It's just overall a really solid experience, and I think that if there's one game that you're willing to drop $30 on, this game definitely is it. Well guys, that is it for this video. If I left out any shooter that you feel is just absolutely amazing and should be on this list, please leave it in the comment section below. Also, pop a like on this video, subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I'm doing a giveaway for In-Depth Unchained for about 3 more days, so if you guys are not entered in that, join the Discord server, enter that giveaway so you have a chance to win In-Depth Unchained for your Oculus Quest 2, and make sure you stay tuned, as I'm going to be bringing out more genres of Oculus Quest games in the coming weeks. So if you're looking for maybe an RPG game or something along the lines of that, look for a list coming to you soon in the next couple weeks. But for now, that is it for this video, and I will see you guys on the virtual battlefield.